Hey guys and dolls, it's me Cora. Welcome back. Today I've partnered with ModCloth to bring you a really special video to help you navigate the pageantry and the etiquette and everything of finding a dress to wear to someone else's wedding. It can be a little daunting, you know, I get this question all the time. What do I wear to a wedding? What do I wear to a wedding? What do I wear to a wedding? Ah! I totally get it, dude. I totally get it. For a really long time I've been sort of studying the etiquette of what to wear as a wedding guest, finding out some of the rules that have been outdated and are maybe no longer true, and finding out some of them that I didn't even know about. For me, you know, our world is so casual nowadays, people don't dress up that much anymore, and I think it's something that's kind of lost. I think that when you go ahead and, especially for something like a wedding, and you get dressed up, you're not only honoring yourself as a person, you're honoring the couple. It's their day. They're spending a lot of money on their wedding. Even if they're doing a relatively inexpensive wedding on a shoestring budget, for them it's still a lot of money. And, you know, you're just honoring them by showing up dressed up well. And here's the thing, and this is something I found to be true. Whenever you get dressed up and you put extra effort into what you look like, you're gonna remember that day more. I don't know what it is, but something about looking really, really great, whether it's your dress, your makeup, whatever, makes you feel fantastic and you end up having better memories. I'm just telling you from my experience, that's what I found. Now there are a couple of scenarios that I won't be covering in this video, and that is if your friends are just going down to City Hall or something, or having like the most super casual wedding on the planet Earth. First of all, more power to them, because realistically the wedding is just a party, you know, whatever, but I'm not going to be covering that because that's kind of its own can of worms. And then also a super formal wedding, like a black tie event. And if you're going to a wedding that's black tie, it will say so on the invitation. So don't worry about, you know, not knowing that it was a black tie event. You can always ask the couple, and that's something I'm going to say over and over and over in this video, is ask the couple that's getting married. Today I'm going to be sharing with you 4 inspirational looks, things that are going to kind of help you develop an idea of the types of dresses that are appropriate to wear to a wedding, and different styles of dresses. I have a traditional dress, I have a little more of a whimsical dress, I have a very conservative dress, or not very conservative, but I have a conservative dress that goes with anything, and then I have one that you're gonna wanna ask the couple first because it's a little sexy, a little dressed up, but sometimes that's just perfect for the type of wedding that they're having. The other thing that I'm going to do for you guys is I'm going to have a list at Vintageortacky.com of a whole bunch of other ModCloth dresses that I think are amazing to wear to a wedding, because I can't show you every dress in the world, of course, but I wanted to show you 4 different types of dresses, and I'm going to have them divided by category on Vintageortacky.com if you want to go ahead and check them out. The other thing you can do is chat with a mod stylist on ModCloth.com. It's an amazing feature that they have. I've used it many times myself. In fact, I used it to create this video. I went on there and told them, you know, I'm making a video and I need to have a dress that's like this or like that for a wedding, and they helped me pick stuff out, or they said, no, the fabric for that wouldn't work for this, and that's another thing too, fabric comes into play. Oi, it's such a big, crazy world with dresses and weddings, and oh my. Before we get started, I also need to tell you guys that ModCloth is doing a little promo right now, where if you purchase $150 worth of product, you get a $50 worth of product in a grab bag. I know. I'm going to go ahead and get into showing you guys the looks that I've pulled, and keep in mind that these can be mixed and matched. It really depends on your own personal taste, the taste of the couple, the style of the wedding, all that kind of stuff. And you're going to have to use your common sense a little bit, but these are definitely inspirational for different types of weddings. So the first look that I'm going to be sharing with you is for a traditional wedding. Sometimes it's called a country wedding. And when I say country, I don't mean like down on the farm, you know, backyard barbecue wedding. Don't get me wrong, that's the type of wedding I had, and I think they're amazing. But country as in like country club or winery. So with this type of wedding, there's typically a little bit of a sit-down situation. You're going to be sitting for the dinner or whatever. So you want to have something that you're going to be comfortable in. So I chose a dress in a classic shape in a cotton fabric that didn't feel too casual. Definitely don't wear jersey to a wedding ever like that. No. But it is, you know, it's a little bit stiffer of a cotton. The dress is lined. It's got pleating. So the shape and structure of the dress elevate the style a little bit and make it a little bit more of a wedding appropriate dress versus something that was maybe a little bit more plain without the pleats. We also have the pockets on the dress, which is amazing and just fun for me personally. And then I went ahead and paired that with some peach colored accessories. The nude bag is a little bit more pink toned. My necklace, they were rose gold and peach toned stones and things like that. It just plays off the color of the dress really beautifully. And then I paired it with the burgundy shoes to kind of tie in a fall type color. This is just such a great classic combination, but it's still fun at the same time. The next look I want to share with you guys is a whimsical or playful type look. This is for the couple that has that like playful color scheme, and you're going to see that right there on the invitation. They're the ones that have the Pinterest board, and they're going to have the DIY candy bar for the wedding favors and the colorful cake and fun. This wedding is fun, and you can totally look fun going to it. So this is a great way to wear black as well, because you have the print on the dress that is joyful and fun and colorful. This dress is good for fall or for spring. This type of dress is perfect for dancing as well. The shape is great. It swishes around a lot. The fabric of this dress is very swishy. I was actually wearing this in the makeup portion of this little series. And the other thing I like about this dress, again, it has pockets. In terms of accessories, I went ahead and paired this with a black sandal and a nude bag. You could also totally do a black bag. In fact, I wish I did, but oh well, doesn't really matter. Okay, so this next dress that I want to share with you is the foolproof dress. This is that dress that's going to go with any type of wedding. Conservative, check. City, check. Country wedding, sure. Why not? It goes for anything, because it's the navy equivalent of the little black dress, and that is the Windy City dress from ModCloth. Oh my god, I love this dress so much. I'm wearing it right now. Oh my god, I love it because it's conservative, but it's not matronly. And I also like it because it's navy, which is that great alternative to your little black dress. The length of this is perfect. The fit of it is great. The one thing I will say is I am very well endowed in the chest area. Can we all agree? I got the big boobies. This dress was loose on me in the chest, so I had to have it taken in, so that is something to consider. So to balance out the high neckline of this dress, I did a nice long necklace. I did simpler earrings. In the original look, I have even more simple earrings. My mom just gave me these for my birthday, and they're my grandmother, so I had to wear them today. But just to kind of keep it chic and simple, I went with nude shoes, nude bag. I think it looks so chic. Keeping it simple, keeping your hair either very straight, or today I wore it kind of curled, but you know, not up or anything like that. I think it just keeps it chic and beautiful. Okay, so this final dress is kind of the semi-formal type wedding. This is for a late evening wedding, something that starts at 8 p.m. Maybe even for like a city type wedding where, like if you live in a big city where their family aren't really around and it's mostly their friends at a wedding, this is the type of dress that you can wear. Of course, you're going to want to check in with the couple and be like, hey, I'm thinking about wearing something a little sexy at your wedding. What do you think about that? And they might say, hell yeah, because I mean, couples know that people come to weddings to mix it up on the dance floor and have a good time, but at the same time they might veto your massive amounts of boobage, you know what I mean? So check in, just ask. It's not that big of a deal. You know, if they want you to wear something a little more conservative, wear something a little more conservative. It's their wedding. When you are gonna wear a strapless dress, you want to kind of skip the necklace. You want to just let the earrings do the talk, wear an updo. This is the type of wedding you want to put a little more effort into your look. Make sure you have really great shoes, a great bag, you know, really do it up, and oh my gosh, you're gonna feel so amazing. You're gonna have the best time. I want to give some more like in general advice, just, you know, things that can be helpful. Wear a strapless dress, which I think it's becoming more and more common for women to wear strapless dresses, but you might just want to wear like a cardigan or a shawl or something to cover up during the ceremony. Also, if it gets cold or something like that, just, you know, I think actually that's pretty good advice for anyone. Bring a cardigan because it might get cold, even if it's in the middle of the summer. Sometimes at night it's a little chilly. And the other thing I want to say is the length of the dress. This is not a time to wear a super short dress. I think most people know that, but I do want to mention it because I've seen some things. I've seen some things at weddings. I've seen some things I should not have seen. Let's just say that. What is black and white and red all over? Not a dress that you should be wearing to someone else's wedding. Now, there's some leeway with this. So in terms of black dresses, the little black dress is so iconic, and it's something that everyone's got a little black dress, right? And black is the kind of go-to dress color for most women. I personally am totally guilty of this. I wear black like all the time. I love it. I think it's like, it's the perfect color. Here's the thing. Traditionally, black is actually a color that someone would wear to show that they disapproved of a wedding. And the idea is that people wear black to funerals and you shouldn't wear black to a wedding. It's bad luck, it's bad taste, or it's showing your disapproval. Now, I interviewed a lot of brides and a lot of bridal guests this summer because I wanted to find out, is this true? Do brides still disapprove of this? You know, is this still something? I mean, I know people wear black to weddings. I've been to enough weddings to know. And in fact, my sister-in-law, when she got married many, many years ago, her wedding colors were freaking black and silver and white, you know. So here's how I feel about it. You're gonna have to ask the couple on this one. I think that for the most part, black is now actually accepted, but you do want to kind of check in because they might feel a little bit weird about it. They might not want you to wear black on their special day, and it is their special day. And if you can't find a single solitary dress that looks good on you in another color, I just don't know what, because there's a million dresses out there and there's so many other flattering colors that you could wear. And one that I would recommend in lieu of wearing black would be navy. I think navy makes an amazing dress for a wedding. And it's always chic, and it does just about the same effect as black. In terms of wearing a red dress, this is something that I actually didn't know until I started researching this, and then it made total sense to me. Red is such a eye-grabbing color, and it's seen as vulgar. I know, it's kind of like weird. To me, like, red is like classic and beautiful, but then I'm like, oh yeah, but it's also kind of sexy, right? This is something that I hadn't even really considered, but every single bride I talked to was like, yeah, I don't want people to wear red to my wedding. I think people should just know that. And I was like, whoa. I didn't know this, so I found that to be very interesting. Definitely something to keep in mind. That doesn't mean you can't wear red, but it's something you need to just check in with a couple and see, hey, you know, I have this red dress I was thinking about wearing, would that be cool? And if they show any sign of hesitation, because sometimes people will be like, well, no, that's okay, because they don't want to like hurt your feelings. But if they're not like, yeah, wear it, just don't, because apparently it's vulgar and the older people there will judge you. I'm gonna go ahead and lump in with red neon. It's a big trend right now and it's awesome, and I totally am on board with the neon trend, but it's, again, an eye-catching color. You're going to be kind of distracting, and realistically, when you see those photos in like 5 years, you're going to be like, oh god, why did I wear that? Even though it's totally cool and we love it now, you'll be sorry later. Final color that you shouldn't wear to a wedding. I shouldn't even have to say this, but I'm going to have to say it because every single time I've gone to a wedding, someone's doing it. Don't wear white, don't wear white, and don't wear white. Don't wear cream, don't wear ivory, don't wear blush. If your dress is so pastel that at a glance it looks like white, don't wear it to a freaking wedding, period, the end. With that said, some modern couples are actually asking their guests to wear white. So that's a totally different thing. It'll say that on the invitation. You will be warned in advance that you are asked to wear white. Sometimes brides will have their entire bridal party in shades of white and things like that. That's totally cool, and I think that's awesome. But generally speaking, if you haven't been asked to wear white, don't wear white. Okay, we're done with that one. Another thing you might want to consider is taking a smaller bag instead of your normal like big bag. I'm all about the big bag. I've got like the big purse full of all the things I ever might need. But for a wedding, I like to carry a very small bag. It looks tasteful, it looks better with the dress, it's easier for you to keep track of. A couple of people who might want to totally ignore my advice is if you need stuff on you for like medical reasons, like you need your inhaler or insulin or whatever, and you know, obviously ignore me. If you're a mom or a dad and you need a bag of stuff for your kid, obviously ignore me. But just, you know, if you're curious about the type of bag you should be carrying, typically smaller is better. It doesn't have to be like this big, but you know, just like a smaller type, clutch type bag. In terms of like sequins and glitter and you know, fun stuff like that, I would say keep that for nighttime. Like a nighttime wedding, totally go for it where rhinestones get really glamorous. For like a daytime wedding, it just kind of looks out of place. You don't want to be Liza Minnelli at the wedding. Well, maybe you do. I'm not here to judge, but if you want my advice, don't. Wear comfortable shoes. Now this is just personal advice. This has nothing to do with style. But let's face it, you're going to be on your feet a lot, you're going to be dancing, you're going to be like doing the cha-cha, and you don't want to be doing the cha-cha in 4-inch heels unless you are a pro at walking at them. And if you are, I bow down to you because that's amazing. But I honestly think that wedges are a really great shoe to wear to a wedding. They still have a little bit of formality to them, or even a low heel, wear like a kitten heel or something. If you've got to wear those high heels, consider bringing like a pair of flats to change into. I even brought a pair of flats to change into when I wore a pair of wedges to a wedding because they were like 3.5 inches, and I was like, holy moly, after dancing and everything, I had to get out of them. So what I did is I brought a pair of flats that were the same color as the shoes that I was wearing, and no one even noticed. And then the final piece of advice I want to give you here at the end is just use your common sense. Ask the couple what type of wedding they're having, and if they just say, oh, we're having formal or non-formal, try to get a little more information, because what one person says is informal is totally formal to someone else and vice versa. So that is my wedding guest dress etiquette. Why is that hard to say? I don't know, but I hope that you guys have enjoyed this little mini series. If you did, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe. I also want to invite you guys to check out all of my other tutorials, so I have a link to my tutorial playlist as well as my fashion playlist. So much thanks to ModCloth for working with me on this video and for having that awesome mod stylist feature. I can't even tell you how helpful that was trying to come up with stuff for this video. Oh, it's my new favorite thing. And I've actually used it like a bunch of other times to be like, hey, you know, also, don't forget about their amazing promotion they have going on right now. Don't miss out on that. And that is all I have to say. Hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Make good choices, and I will see you in my next video. Remember to just be yourself. See you. Bye.